From Studio 2, it's station WDWL TV in Cleveland. And we bring you the Two Grumpies, starring the grumpy old man. Oh, that would be me. And, the grumpy vulture. Take your bow. Oh, you did wonderful. Yeah, you've been practicing. Yeah, that was great. Now, back in your corner. Oh, you'll see the camera. Don't worry about it. Look, turn. Yeah, turn. There. Oh, the damn bird enough to drive me crazy. I'm getting a little buzz here. I guess I'm going to have to buy a new cable. For some reason, I'm getting buzz and hum, and I don't know if it's going through on your end. I know I'm hearing it. Technology and electronics. Not to drive me crazy. Yeah. Crazy. First off, I want to thank everyone that left me a very nice comment regarding yesterday's tribute to Pearl Harbor. I really appreciated it. The bird appreciated it. Yes. I was asked, why didn't you do something for Veterans Day? Well, I originally decided to kind of stay out of that realm of like politics. And then I thought, World War II was a very hard fought war. And not only, America, but our allies lost many soldiers. So even though I didn't do anything for Veterans Day, I hope yesterday's Pearl Harbor tribute kind of made up for that. And I will, in the future, stay up on any veteran-related item. Mainly because both my grandfather and my father were veterans. My grandfather, WWI, and my father, WWII. So, and I had some uncles in Korea, so I think we had a lot of the bases covered. So, again, I appreciate the nice comments. I really took them to heart. Also, I'm trying to figure out what is with this camera, because it's supposed to be a self-adjusting true light camera. This and over here, This is dark red when it chases. It looks like a washed out orange. Same thing with this one. This one, it's flashing red and blue. I don't know why this camera doesn't want to pick up red for some reason. It's picking up the red here in the on air, but I don't know. I really don't want to start messing with cameras. Yeah, I went through enough shit with microphones. So we're going to leave that Logitech camera alone and maybe figure something else out. Matter of fact, let me kick this brain bucket light up a little bit here. There we go. This one I can adjust as far as the bounce off my bald head. Yeah. Believe it or not, this is light violet. If I put white on, it's way too... I had a white light in the background over there. I just shut it off. When I tried it with the white, and it was way too bright. And I switched to this light violet, and it really seems to make everything like perfect skin color. Brings out the true yellow of my shirt. Yesterday I had white, and it kind of blew out the color of my shirt, made it look like a faded yellow. So, I think we're going to settle on this one. I'll see what it looks like in the playback. See, same thing. This should be dark red. And same thing with this. This should be dark red and blue, light blue. When it flashes to the red, it looks like a washed out orange. I don't know why the camera doesn't pick up true color. But even though I have some more sophisticated cameras, the adjustments that you have to go through at Prism. Jeez. I'll leave well enough alone. I have a hard enough time getting a stream up here, let alone... And I did get some comments as to yesterday's outro. Yesterday's outro was a different version on I'll See You Again. It was performed by a group called the D-Day Darlings. Boy, that's a mouthful. The D-Day Darlings. And they're very popular over in Britain. Now, I know that they have been here doing some touring a couple years back in the United States. They are comprised of, I think, 10 or 12 women. And they all wear WWII uniforms. Yeah, they look like they just stepped out of WWII. Very classy looking ladies, but they have that, 1940s hairstyle and Oh, look them, gargle them. The D-Day darlings. I like the version that they do, but for an outro, it didn't pick up all the voices. Because basically, instead of it starting out as a total group, one will sing, and then another one, and then another one, and then another one, and then all 10 or 12. It didn't pick it up on the playback. It sounded kind of fuzzed out. So, right now I am looking. I keep forgetting I needed to put that in its own folder. There we go. Right there. I have to move that into its own folder. The version that I prefer myself. Watching a bunch of videos again today. I'm hooked on arrest videos. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm hooked on them. I don't know what it is with the ages of 12 to 30 why they don't carry an ID. Every video I watched today, the officer would walk up to a car, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and ask for IDs. And nobody has one. Now, it could be one of two things. First, they don't have an ID. Or second of all, they have a warrant. So they don't show their ID. And then most of the time, they give a fake name. You know, sooner or later, if you've got a warrant, your ass is going to jail. Fess up. Give them your ID. They're going to run you. It's going to come back with a warrant. You're going to end up in silver bracelets. Better to get it taken care of now than later. Because later you might have several warrants. But it just amazed me how many did not have IDs. If you're out and about and you decide to go into a bar or a club, how do you expect to get in? They card you at the door. No ID, no entry. Unless you're carrying a fake. And then that's the last thing you want to do, especially if the bouncer spots it as a fake. Because then you're going to jail anyway. Yeah, you're going to be wearing the silver bracelets. But why they don't carry IDs? Or the ones, I have it on my phone. Well, as far as I know, it is illegal to photograph your driver's license and put it on your phone. You can do it with your auto registration and your auto insurance. I do not believe it's legal to snap a picture of your driver's license and put it on your phone. You know, this bullshit of everything on our phone today. we got our insurance on our phone, our registration, all of our phone numbers, 750,000 pictures, 2 million chat logs, every app under the sun. And what that are nobody thinking out there? If you lose that fucking phone, you just lost your life, because your life is in that phone. I'll never forget when I purchased a new phone. And it's all this bullshit, you put one phone next to the other and you hit the app and well, half of my phone numbers never transferred into my contacts. We don't write phone numbers down like we used to back in the day. We don't memorize phone numbers like we used to back in the day. How do you expect to get in contact with important people if the number's not in your phone? Back in my time, we had these things called phone books. And we wrote all the information down. They were alphabetical. And you wrote down a name and an address and a phone number. And it was in this book. And if you needed a number, you'd say, let's see. What is Molly's last name? Fabeets. You would go to F, open it up, and there it would be. Fabeets / Molly. With her address and her phone number. And a lot of times, if they were frequently called numbers, we did this thing like memorize them. Right now, I'm lucky I can memorize both the phone numbers for my two phones. That's how much we rely on these goddamn cell phones today. And then these kids are going to, my ID's in my cell phone. Well, what happens if you lose your cell phone? You got nothing. Not to mention, how hard is it to carry a fucking wallet? It just, when did we reach the era of no longer carrying a wallet? I think it was when all the apps came out, Venmo and Cash App and this and that. Why carry a wallet? Oh, I got everything in my phone. What are you going to do if your fucking phone goes dead? It's not like you're carrying a charger around with you. But, it was video after video after video of kids getting stopped. And I include as kids people up to the age of their mid-30s. No wallets, no purses, no IDs. Now I know there were many that I watched that the reason they didn't have an ID is because they had warrants. But there were many that I watched where, matter of fact, the one girl admitted, it's a pain in the ass to carry a purse. The officer said, well, you have pockets on your shorts, right? She said, yes. He says, how hard is it to slip your ID in one of your pockets? Well, I might lose it. Well, if your cell phone goes dead, you're going to lose your ID anyway. So take the risk of carrying your actual ID. You know, no ID kind of falls into that realm of, I need to call my mommy and I can't breathe. There was another one I watched today. This kid was, I call him a kid, young adult, 25 years old. This was down in Florida. Of course, Florida. He was driving down the street on a golf cart. Now, in Florida, you can get a license plate for a golf cart. In many areas, a golf cart is legal on the road. The major problem was he had an 11-month-old baby on his lap. And then refused to pull over for law enforcement. The officer chased him all the way to his house. And his excuse was, you officers are so quick to shoot people, I wanted to be in a safe location. To which the officer said, well, you're worried about your safety. What about that baby's safety? No child seat, no restraint. The child is on your lap, and you're in a golf cart. He says, do you know how easy it would be if you hit a curb for that child to fall out of the golf cart? So he commenced to arrest him for child abuse and fleeing and eluding. Okay? "25-year-old cracker. He was whiter than grumpy. So they put him in the handcuffs and they place him in the back of the cruiser. And the officer gets in to transport him to the jail. The officer no sooner puts the car in drive, and from the back seat comes, I can't breathe. The officer says, what do you mean? You're speaking to me. You're breathing. I can't breathe. And why can't you breathe? Do you have a medical condition? He says, no. But I can't breathe. So the officer commenced to put the back windows down about 3-4 inches to give him some fresh air. And he still, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So the officer stops the car, goes around to the back, and says, do you need medical? Well, no. Well, if you don't need medical, you should be able to breathe. But see, this is the little boy cries wolf. It's the line we use, thinking they're going to get out of an arrest. It ain't going to work. If you are sitting up and talking, you're breathing. Don't cry wolf. Like the one I watched yesterday. The only reason the girl said it, because everyone says it. She was another one. No medical problems. They handcuffed her without a fight because she did comply. But as soon as they put her in the back of the car, she couldn't breathe. Unfortunately, we're going to come to a situation where somebody truly is having a problem. And it's going to get overlooked because it's thrown out there. I can't breathe. It's enough of the I can't breathe already. Same thing, you assholes that wear your pants down below your ass cheeks. We don't want to see your underwear. We don't want to see if you're wearing Calvin Klein or BBD or Versace. Pull your fucking pants up already. That craze has gone. The ship left the harbor. It was disgusting 20, 25 years ago when some music person came on stage with their pants hanging below their ass cheeks. The ship has left. It's out of the harbor. It's out in the ocean already. Enough of the pants hanging down below your ass cheeks. You're disgusting. Nothing dumber than to walk around with your goddamn pants and your ass hanging out. Wear a belt. Christ, you can get really heavy-duty custom belts off of fucking Temu.com for $3. I'll show them to you tomorrow. I bought 2. Matter of fact, they were on special. 2 for $4.50. Excellent belts. Kind of like military style. Put a belt on your fucking pants. Pull your pants up. We're tired of seeing your goddamn underwear. That's almost as bad as these goddamn hair extensions that hang down below your knees. Men and women. What are we? We out to outdo each other? Well, gee, mine are down to my shoulders. Well, mine are down to my ass. Oh, mine are down past my knees. You know how stupid that looks? You women look almost as dumb as the guys with their ass hanging out of their pants. Goddamn hair extensions down to your knees. What kind of fashion statement is that? Oh, look. Mine are almost dragging on the ground. You know, you deserve to have them get caught in a door, or somebody step on them. Oh! Standing there with a big bald patch, and here's your goddamn hair extension. It's almost as bad as the women that wear fingernails out to here. Yeah. Fingernails, 6 inches off the end of your fingers. You look like goddamn fucking Freddy Krueger. Here's the disgusting thing, okay? When you got fingernails that are like Freddy Krueger, how do you wipe your ass? You probably don't. Because I can't figure a way with 4-inch long fingernails. Evidently you have a real good BFF. Melinda, can you come in the bathroom, please? Oh, you got long fingernails, too. Who out there has short fingernails? Oh, Catherine, I need help. Yeah, that must be the way it is. Disgusting. 8-inch long fingernails. 48-inch long hair extensions. And your boyfriend showing off his Calvin Kleins with his pants around his knees. Although I did enjoy it once. There was a guy fleeing from the police, and his pants fell down around his ankles, and he did a face plant into a couple of rose bushes. Oh, I loved it. Yeah. There was a big area of rose bushes. He tripped over his pants and fell face first into all them thorns. Oh. Gropey got a good lap out of that one. Yeah, and then he calls for medical. Oh, my face. Well, if you had your pants pulled up and had a belt, they wouldn't have fallen around your ankles and tripped you. Score 1 for the police. Oh. Yeah. This society today, oh, Jesus. You don't see a congressman walking around with his pants showing his ass cheeks. But unfortunately, this is where society is going. It's scary. Back in the day, if I would have dressed like that, first of all, my father would have turned me into a lump of ground meat. And second of all, I wouldn't have been allowed to leave the house for like 6 months. Let's see. I was brought up in different times, different generation. A generation where kids learned respect at the age of 5. Not like today. Although, it reminds me of my kindergarten teacher. If anybody attempted to write with their left hand, she would admonish them and put the crayon or the pencil in their right hand and tell them, we don't write with our left hand. We write with our right hand. I thought of that the other day because I remember the girl that sat next to me was a lefty. And every time we would have drawing or something of that nature where we had to have a writing implement, the teacher would come by, take it out of her left hand, put it in her right hand, and then stand over her and guide her right hand and go, this is the way we write. She had this thing for lefties. Oh, I'd like to see her try to pull that shit today. Oh, she'd have gotten fired. But yeah, any lefty, she insisted they write with their right hand. I don't know why that came to mind. Maybe because lately, watching all of these police videos, I'm paying close attention to when they're writing, information. And it amazes me how many lefties I see today versus back in my day. It just blows my mind. I'll be watching, an interrogation, and the officers will come down and open their notebooks. And next thing you know, you see the old lefty going in. I'm like, hey. And the one day, both of the officers were lefties. I was like, boy, that would have been a rarity back in my day. But it really surprises me how many people today write with their left hands. I would tend to think it's probably like 60-40. We're back, when I was growing up, it was like 90-10. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm kind of geared towards watching them. But yeah, the amount of left-handers I see today, unbelievable. Versus back when I was growing up. I'll never forget, my middle sister is a southpaw. And she went through that shit in school. Now, I was born in 51. She was born in 57. She wasn't that far behind me. And she would come home in tears, telling my parents, oh, I can't write with my left hand. The teacher keeps correcting me. And I remember, one day my father came home cranked like usual, and he went right up to the school. He almost got his ass arrested. Not so much for bitching at the school, for being drunk and bitching at the school. And, she amazes me because she can be writing with her left hand. And if her left hand happens to get tired, she can pick up with her right hand and continue on. A lot of times she'll be in the middle of a word. Grab the pen with her right hand and finish the word and finish the sentence. Yeah, she can switch back and forth. She amazes me. I'm lucky I can write with one hand, let alone her with two. But yeah, it's she'll be writing. Next thing you know, the old pen will change hands. Yeah, she can write either way. Don't make no difference. But when she was in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, yeah, back then the teachers were still like that. They all had something against southpaws back in the day. I don't know why. But I remember the little girl that sat next to me in kindergarten. She'd be coloring away. Next thing you know, you'd see my teacher's hand come over. Put this in your right hand. Yeah. The shit that teachers got away with back in the day. Oh. That and corporal punishment. Oh, today, if a teacher goes, oh, abuse, call the police, teacher touched me. Not back in my day. Ugh. All the teachers had custom-made paddles. They made them in the wood shop. Every teacher had their own custom paddle. And if you acted up in class, you got 3 across the ass. Yeah. And you didn't dare go home and tell your parents. Oh, you got more when you got home. If you said, oh, I got swats in school today. Oh, really? Bend over. You're getting more. So you kept your mouth shut. And you swore your friends to secrecy. Hey, Billy, don't you dare say it. I'll give you my lunch money for a week. Yeah, you didn't want your parents finding out. Same thing. If you did something wrong at a neighbor's house, the neighbor would kick the shit out of you. Then take you home to your parents, who kicked the shit out of you again, and thank the neighbor. Yeah. Okay, Bill. Thanks for beating the fuck out of my kid. I'll finish up where you left off. See ya. That's the way it was. Back in the 50s, 60s, yeah. And these kids today think they're so mistreated. Try it back when I was growing up. Teachers got away with murder. I'll never forget my first grade teacher. She would pull you by the earlobe. You knew the kids that acted up in class because at the end of the semester, one earlobe was longer than the other. Oh, yeah, if you were acting up, that hand would come right up and clamp onto your earlobe. She'd lift you right out of your seat. And if you really pissed her off, she'd drag you down the hall to the principal office by your earlobe. And you kids think you've got it tough today? In junior high school, my homeroom teacher would make you kneel if you acted up. Kneel. He'd snap his fingers and point. Kneel. And we had rippled wooden floors in school. Oh, man, were they hard on the fucking knees. Yeah, he'd make you kneel for the whole class. And if you really acted up, after you got done kneeling, he'd give you a detention. When you got to detention, he'd pull out that custom-made paddle and give you 3 across the ass. I had one teacher, was really sadistic. He'd give you 3 across the back of your thighs. Oh. Now, I only got one time. That finished me. And he wasn't too bad. You got 3 in rapid succession. Whack, whack, whack. Go. Okay, thank you, as you're rubbing your ass. But some of the teachers, especially the shop teachers, they would make you lay across the workbench. And we had one that had a nasty upswing. When he caught the cheeks of your ass, he lifted you about 3 feet off the floor. Whack! Whoa! Try getting 3 of them. But you didn't dare go home and say anything. Oh, no. My father would have taken me back up to the school and said, hey, give him 3 more. And then let me borrow that thing. I'll give him 3 just for good measure. Yeah. Teachers were sadistic back in the day. Oh, yeah. And they got away with it. Corporal punishment was approved in the school system. So, you didn't dare act up. Mm-mm. If you think I'm telling tales out of school, just ask some of us oldsters. We'll all tell you, because every school was like that. Yeah, we get swats. Even the girls. I remember in junior high, there was one girl that was late to class almost every day. So the principal met her at the door one day when she was coming in late. And then, as she went down the hall to her locker, the principal had her hand on her shoulder and was whacking her ass every step she took. Whack, 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 whack. And then once she got what she needed out of her locker, it was the same way to her next class. Whack, 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 whack. Yeah, I remember watching her go down the hall. Whack, 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 whack. And they got away with it. Not today. You little darlings don't know what it was like growing up in the 50s and 60s. I think they need to bring back something like corporal punishment in the school to straighten some of your asses out. And it wasn't so easy to quit school either. In order to quit school back in my day, you had to have both parents sign a form. And if they didn't, oh well. And if you decided to skip school, the schools had things called truancy officers. They would go out and look for your ass and drag you to school. Yeah. They had school-issued cars, almost like the school police. The truancy officer would find you in the car. And then when you got to school, oh, heaven forbid, They did to you whatever they wanted. Most of the time it was bend over, grab your ankles, thwack. And you always got 3. I don't know what it was, about 3. If you got swats for detention, you always got 3. I guess, like if you didn't feel the first one, they kind of tenderized you a little more with the second one. Then you really felt the third one, because by then your ass was on fire. You'd look for the drinking fountain so you could sit in it and run the cold water. Yeah. It's amazing we survived and made it to the age we are. And then people wonder why Grumpy's fucked up. Yeah. I'm not embellishing anything. Believe me. If I wanted to embellish, I could tell some story. I could really, but no. That's the way it was when I was going to school. God forbid you didn't put your Tyrannosaurus in the right Tyrannosaurus slot in the rack. You'd get 3 swats for that, too. They'd call you down to the office cave. Hey, your T-Rex isn't parked where it should be. Go park your T-Rex and come back in here and bend over and grab your ankles. Okay. Then you'd go out and you'd give your T-Rex hell. Hey! I put you over there. What are you doing over here? I'm going to get 3 swats because of you. Then he just opened his mouth and yawned with them big teeth and go, okay. I'll find you a lawyer to eat. Like Jurassic Park. Oh, I loved that part. When the roof blew off of the men's room and the lawyer was crouched. And next thing you know, all you saw was his feet sticking out of that big mouth. Yeah, the lawyer got eaten. A lot of anti-lawyer people were really happy with that one. Oh, yeah, he got what he wanted. Yeah. I watched it a couple weeks ago. I have all 3. Yeah, Jerk My Prick in the Park 1, Jerk My Prick in the Park 2, Jerk My Prick in the Part 3. Yeah, I got all 3, the trilogy. Yeah, I watched it on my DVD player. Yeah, Grumpy has 2 DVD players. I also have a VHS player, too. And about 100 VHS movies. I even have 3 VHS cameras. And a case of blank VHS tapes. Grumpy figures one day that technology might come back. Hey, I can hope, And they all work. I test them on a regular basis. I come outside with that camera, people are like, what the fuck have you got? It's a VHS camera. A what? A VHS camera. What's a VHS camera? It's the front runner to a cell phone camera. Just a lot bigger. I know, Grumpy's strange, yeah. Yeah, I have 4. I have 2 regular VHS cameras and 2 JVC VHS-C cameras. And the C stands for cassette. Yeah, it records on a cassette. Then you get an adapter, which is a big VHS, and you open the door and you drop the cassette in, and it plays the cassette in your VHS player. So I have 2 regular and 2 VHS cassette. Grumpy's right up there. And a case of blank tapes. As a matter of fact, I also have 10 what they call VHS Gold. Those my buddy's son sent me from Hollywood because they used to record TV shows on these Gold Masters. Yeah, it's cool to pull them out and go, oh, look what I got. Gold Masters. Yeah. Grumpy even has an 8-track. Somewhere, I've got a portable 8-track. You know, like the portable cassette player and the portable CD player. I have a portable 8-track. It's somewhere. I'll find it. All you people that don't fucking believe me. Anybody that tells you they got 4 VHS cameras, believe them when they say they've got an 8-track portable. They were big back in my day. I used to have film cameras. Yeah, my SLR. Problem is you can't get fucking film anymore. Well, you can. You have to send away for the film. And then if you want to get it developed, you have to send it away. I drew the line there. I have my DSLR cameras. And oh, do I have DSLR cameras. I got like 5. Oh, they're nice ones. I'll show you a couple one day. Yeah, Grumpy, he don't believe in just one. You have to have many. Like my GoPros. 1? No. 2. You have to have 2 GoPros. And every accessory made for a GoPro camera. Yeah. I got some accessories I never even knew they made. I'll show you one day. The waterproof case. Oh, you could drop it in the ocean. It'll float. Put all your accessories and your GoPro in it. Close the latch. Throw it in the water. It'll float from here to England. I never know when maybe a flood will hit and I have to put my GoPros in a waterproof case. Now, they do make a waterproof case so you can take a GoPro underwater. I've got the waterproof storage case for the batteries and the extra SD cards and the camera and the chargers and oh yeah. Matter of fact, I didn't even know they made one until I found one accidentally. I went, oh, I don't have that. I'll order it. Yeah, I got it. Video lights? Oh, does Grumpy have video lights? A shitload. I even have a professional studio light. if I turned it on right now, you would think that I was doing a stream on the sun. Yeah, that's how bright it is. Regular Hollywood video light. Yeah, I told you. My buddy's son has a studio out in Burbank in the NBC complex. He found a bunch of shit in the storeroom when he was cleaning the studio out to move in. And he called me and went, "Would you like this shit?" Yes. And when I got the box, it was labeled that way. Shit for Grumpy. Oh, the stuff that was inside of it. Oh. Movie lights. Now you got little movie lights like that. Like the flashlight in your cell phone. Oh, you ought to see the ones I got. I'll show them to you one day. You think I'm bullshitting? Yeah, same thing, microphones. Grumpy's got more microphones than NBC studios at Rockefeller Center. Never know when you're going to need more than one. This might fail. I have to have a backup. And then a backup to the backup. And a backup to the backup to the backup. You know what I'm talking about. All you people out there going, "Oh, this guy yeah, he's bullshitting us." No. I have 2 laptops, 2 tablets, a netbook, six computers, 7 computers, 9 monitors, all different sizes. Because you never know when you might need a little one or a big one. I'm prepared. Like right now in front of me, I have my 43-inch gaming monitor. It's curved. Oh, it's cool. And then I have a 37-inch curved gaming monitor. 37 was a little small. I needed to go bigger. My buddy's son out in Burbank has one of them narrow. It's about that high, and it's like 50 inches wide. Yeah, it's about I think he said it's like 12 inches high and 50 inches long. Big honcho. I told him I want it. He said, "Well, I'm using it in my studio to edit the film." Video, not film, video. I said, "Well, when you get tired of it, I want it. Mainly because it's neat. Of course, I'll probably, go blind. But yeah, it's only about maybe 10. I'll ask him how tall it is. But it's 50 inches wide. One. I've never seen one like that. I told him I want it. He said, "All right, I'll put your name on it. One of these days I'll send it." I can't wait. A big, skinny monitor. Got to be prepared. I know you can only use one. Well, I use two. I have one on the side of the studio, on the side of the console here. I use it. I have the U.S. time map on it. You know, it's got Eastern Standard and then Central Time and so on. So that I can track the videos I want to watch, like the one judge in Texas. They're an hour behind us. So I turn my time zone map on, and I watch the time. I go, well, let's see, it's 10 o'clock here. Oh, 9 o'clock in Texas. Time to watch my judge. It's got all the time zones. I could tell you what time it is in Hawaii and Guam, and yeah, like you care, but I don't have to tell you I'm strange. You already knew that. But I'm letting, like, the world know what you're dealing with behind the camera here. Well, you're behind the camera. I'm in front of the camera. What idiot my age would have a fucking vulture for a sidekick? Better than one guy I know. He had some crazy doll that he would stick pins in. Yeah. Every now and then, he'd pull out this doll and stick pins in it. And he had a baby version. He'd put the pin in the baby version's hand and then stick pins in the version that was supposed to be the baby's daddy. And he's an adult with kids. Probably in his 50s. And you think I'm strange with a fucking vulture? I don't stick pins in a doll. Yeah, Baby Voodoo, I think he called it. Yeah, Baby Voodoo had a pin. And then Daddy Voodoo would be... And Baby Voodoo would stick pins in it. Now, that's a strange person to watch. If you don't believe me, no, I'm not going to give his name. Oh, no, I don't want repercussions. Somebody out there will know who I'm talking about. And boy, does he have a following. Holy shit. Maybe I should start sticking pins in the vulture. I hear enough from corporate the way it is. Yeah. Every now and then he pulls out two dolls and he sticks pins in it. He's in his 50s, I think. Maybe mid to late 40s. Yeah, he's got like 50,000 subscribers. Maybe that's the way you get subscribers. Maybe I should start sticking pins in the vulture. I'll go up from 52. Oh, I forgot that. Yes. Grumpy is now up to 52 subscribers. Whoever 51 and 52 is, thank you. Yeah, I almost fell out of my chair the other day and broke a hip. I was like, holy yatchapuck, I got 52. Maybe by the end of December, I'll hit 60. Yeah, oh, I was shocked. I don't know why I didn't say anything sooner. Yeah, I'm up to 52 subscribers. If we get 60 by the end of December, we'll have a big celebration. You know, like them people that hit 100,000 and they have that big celebration. If I get to 60, we'll have a big celebration. But whoever 51 and 52 are, thank you. Me and the vulture, thank you. Now watch. They'll unsubscribe after today's show. But yes, I don't know why I forgot to mention that. 52 subscribers. Yahoo! And with that, I think we are going to call it a stream. And I'm going to play my favorite outro. Version 1. The original. Here we go. That song. And for all you, we will meet again tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening.